This is Jenny Naslund. In this video, we'll be talking about TCI and how to log in and start creating your account. First thing you're going to want to do is go to www.teachtci.com. Then you'll come over and you're going to click on the teacher sign-in, and you won't have yours filled in right away unless you've used TCI in the past. If it's your first time using the account, you're going to click on Create Account. And you should receive an email with an access code once your account is set up that you'll be able to type in here in order to actually create your account. Once your account is created, you'll go ahead and sign in, and you'll have this video that you can watch that kind of shows you an introduction. I've also included this video in this tutorial as well. Then you'll get to choose the program that you'll be teaching. So I'm going to click on Add Program, and I just scroll down until I see the program that I'll be teaching. I'm going to be doing the 4th grade social studies program, and I'll click on Add Program. And once I'm there, you'll see that there's an option to add students. And actually, on our account, our students will be added for us, so you do not need to go in and add your students. So you can not worry about that part. Our students will be added for us. Once you're in here, a couple of things for you to look at. I'm going to go back here. You're going to go ahead and click Teach Now to actually get into the program. And there's a couple different views. Right now I'm in the teacher view, but at any time you can switch to the student view, and this will show you what the student version of the curriculum looks like. So it's kind of nice to be able to switch between the two videos. In the TCI program, you'll notice that it's divided up into the different units that you're going to be teaching. If I click on one of the units that I'm going to teach, it'll come up with this, and first you have a presentation for each unit that takes you step by step throughout the unit. These online units match directly with the text. Sometimes there's audio you can listen to. It'll tie it into interactive activities that you can do. You can also go in and you can jump around from unit to unit using that drop-down menu. Materials up here. In here it provides you all of the materials for the unit, the student handouts, the presentation guide that's just going to help you talk through it. And again, you can change units by changing the drop-down menu. You can add assignments into TCI. You can assign the text for them to read, and this text is the same text that's in their textbook, and I'll show you that in a second. You can assign the notebook, which are activities that they can do along with the text, and then there's lessons and games that you can do as well that practice whatever that unit is covering. Assessments. In TCI, you can create an assessment. You can print the assessment if you want, but then you can also go in and you can create an assessment if you choose to. You can customize an online assessment. You can edit it to be the assessment that you want it to be. So you can go in and look at the questions that they provide, and you can delete them, you can edit them, you can change the wording of them. And the kids can either take the assessments online or you can print the assessments as well. TCI also has its own gradebook feature that you can use. And it basically just shows what are those things of the assignments that you've done that they've actually completed. And then resource, there's some pacing guides, some procedures, and other resources that you can use when you're in TCI. I'm going to flip over to the student view so you can see what it looks like from the student's view. You'll notice here on the student view some of the features. You can play the text.
1. Introduction.
And it can be read out loud to the kids, which is kind of nice, or a kid that struggles with reading could listen to the text. Down here, this is the notebook that you can assign. You don't have to assign it for the kids to do it. If you want to see the actual what they put in there, then you do need to assign it. But it'll give you a question for them to answer, and they can type the answers in here, and those answers will save for you to go back and check. Other things that are in here, you can click on main idea. It'll help them find the main idea of the paragraphs that they're reading. You can also have them add notes. It won't work because I'm a teacher, but they could add notes in here so they can write notes as they read. So that's an overview. When they're ready to go to the next section, they can click on next section and move on to the next section of the text. Other things that are in here for kids, the notebook just brings up the notebook. Instead of it being at the bottom, it just shows it at where it is there. The lesson and games over here. For each unit, there's a different game to practice the skill. So you'll see here if I jump to a different unit, my game will change. And these are great ways to review for the tests. A lot of the questions that you see here show up on the test questions. Scores, this would just show how they did on the different things. Vocabulary cards is another great way to review for a test. It takes the main vocabulary and the kids can review the vocabulary. And then in resources, they can go back and look at their notes. They can pull all of those up. There's a glossary, maps, biography, all sorts of things in there that they can use. So that's an overview of TCI. I hope that was useful, and I hope you enjoy using TCI in your classroom.